Look at this clip. Somebody come look at this clip. I'm literally taking on a giant mech in a train, chaining tricks together while trying to keep myself and my high score alive. To be honest, that's all you need to know about Denshattack. I could stop it right there, end the video and be like, yeah, this game's fire, go check it out. But I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do you like that. This is a brand new $20 PS5 indie that feels like it was ripped straight out of the 2000s. You know, it's always a blast to play a game that has that early 2000s arcade feel to it, but being brought into the new world with modern ideas, controls, and graphics. I just finished playing Expedition 33. Great game, but I needed something different. Something that cleansed my palate. After a long RPG like Expedition 33, I typically like to fall back into another indie game or into something maybe I grew up with like Super Mario 64. That's when I noticed on my wish list, Denshattack had just been released, which I've been interested in. So that being said, I bought it, downloaded it, booted it up, and hopped on the tracks for a bit of a ride. And man, let me tell you, if you miss games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or Jet Set Radio, for 20 bucks, this game will definitely scratch that itch. This game feels reminiscent of arcade vibes like Super Meat Boy, and even has the same similar vibes to games like OlliOlli World. In this game you control a train and you make it do insane combos and tricks just like you were playing in an arcade skate game. But what takes it to another level is all the mechanics inside the game. You are constantly learning new things you can do with your train, and each time you think, okay, this game can't get any crazier, it absolutely does. From going through volcanoes, fighting mechs, surfing, even playing baseball as a train, this game just keeps surprising me with new ideas, and I'm 100% on board for it. This game takes the mechanics of a train riding on a track and flips it on its head. It allows the train to freely unlock from the track and turn each level into a high-speed combo session. I mean, if you think about it, a train track is the perfect setup. You follow the track for a guide. Once you get more comfortable, you start hitting perfects on your drifts. You start doing wall rides, grinds, manuals, and much more. The ability to seamlessly change tracks and do manuals to keep your combo while doing tight turns and shifting from grinding to wall rides is insane. I know, it sounds overwhelming, but once you get a feel for it, it actually flows together quite nicely. And then the game turns into, I'm not just trying to survive on the track. It becomes more of a, how many tricks can I do before my next jump or next transition without dropping my combo. Honestly, when you're stringing the combos together while going at top speed, it puts you in a nice flow state where you're locked in on not dropping your combo while avoiding obstacles around the course. It's a great feeling, even though it does suck to drop that high combo and get no points for it. At the end of the day, you know it's your fault afterwards. There's a nice risk and reward system at play here. The risk is you're doing multiple tricks instead of focusing on the signs on the track, but the payoff is a huge payout for those combos. Not only that, but you're also building up your special meter while hitting those combos. And let me tell you, getting a gold medal for trick score in this game is very difficult, which is one of my only issues with this game. There will be levels where I'm doing combos and tricks non-stop and still not reaching the gold medal at the end of the level. That just gives the game more replayability, so I get it at the same time. The bold colors, the sharp cell shading, and the stylized UI does a great job of bringing this whole Y2K aesthetic together. This art style makes me feel like I'm playing something that came out of Dreamcast or PlayStation. I would say 64, but it doesn't have those hard edges or polygons like the 64 did. And let's be honest, the 64 aged like sour milk. Some of them games are just crusty. There are a lot of cool designs that you can give your train to make them blend in with the rest of the 2000s vibes. I'm sure they'll find something that'll fit your style. From sports to music to even food, whatever you want, you could put that on your train. Not only that, but you can unlock more trains and have a garage full of tricked out designs. Each train has a different ability to it. Some are better at tricks, some are better at turning corners, maybe some are better at manuals. So there's plenty of options for you to choose from. The characters also have a cool design. Most of the characters on each of the islands follow a similar theme to the leader of that island. or that area, that zone. One group could be a bunch of divas, girls that are a little bit flashy. Another group could be a baseball team. Another group could be mechanics, and much more. Not only that, but the soundtrack and the sound effects ties everything together.
Pick up those boxes to dress up in style.
When you get one of the main composers from the Persona series and lead composer from Persona 4, you know something special is gonna happen. The upbeat punk rock music fits perfectly, and with the high-paced arcade-style gameplay, what more could you need? The sound of the grinding metal, of the train against the rails, the audio cues, and the sounds it gives you when it's time to change tracks, it really puts some weight into feedback behind your actions. I think that me going back to a game like Denshattack was a great idea. It does a lot of things that the AAA games just don't do. It gets rid of a lot of the extra padding, the filler, and just does its best to keep the game fun, entertaining, and fresh from start to end. Sometimes I don't need an area that'll take me hours to explore, or a boss fight where I need to change my stats, my equipment, and prepare for a long-winded fearsome foe. A quick 3-minute level is all I need. Plus it's so short, if it was a fun level, or if I wanted to get a higher medal, I'll just play it again. It's only a few minutes, not a huge time sink. Denshattack does a great job at respecting the player's time, while still giving the itch of wanting you to run it back, or go back for one more run down the track. There's only a few rough edges or flaws with this game. Sometimes the camera angle could be hard to see where I was supposed to be hitting the right rails, or when I'm in the air trying to transition, it was hard to see which rail I was supposed to be hitting. This would lead to me falling off the level quite a few times. But luckily you don't have to start from the beginning of the level unless you are trying to keep your combos up. Speaking of combos, as I also mentioned, it can be very difficult getting gold medals when it comes to the score. But I don't know if I should really ding the game for that. Maybe that's just to keep you playing and for me to improve my skills as a train conductor. So my final takeaway from Denshattack is that I definitely recommend you picking it up. Especially at that sweet $20 price point. If you're a fan of arcade platformers, games where you have to build combos, skating, or even a retro lover of games like Jet Set Radio, I think this might be right up your alley. So let me know in the comments, are you picking this game up? Or do you think a train skating is too far off the walls for a video game concept? As I continue to find other indie games that pique my interest, maybe I'll drop another video about Denshattack. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's quest. This is Damian signing out.